The boy Dub Deuce in the building.
Alright, you guys, what up, what up, what up? It is that guy Dub, and I'm back with another video. How you guys doing at the end of the day, shouty? I'm good money. Now, if you guys are new here, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell notification. You said we keep it going today. You said we got a special episode today. Today we're with my buddy RNG Performance, and you said he's really into the side-by-side stuff. I've been seeing a lot of you guys online talking about, you said you really want to get outdoors and everything. You said, and this is a wonderful way to do it. You said canned ham, you know what I'm saying? You said he's my guy. He's really into the CF Moto stuff, and you said I know a lot of people, they talk their smack because you said, oh, it's a Chinese machine. Though you said what he's going to explain to you guys today, you said, is why these are great, you said, machines, and why you should get one. So you said, without further ado, I'm going to introduce my man RNG Performance, man.
Hi guys, how are you today? So what we do here, we got our own YouTube channel, RNG Performance on YouTube, and we dabble in the China space.
China.
Everything's made in China these days.
There you go.
Your phone, your cup you're drinking out of, the hat you're wearing.
There you go.
Everything. You can't get away from it. So, we buy the CF Motos. We own, like, I lost count, like a lot, like 14 or something.
Oh, wow.
You know, we own a lot of them. I own some of their street bikes, their four-wheelers, their side-by-sides. I have one of their six-seaters. This one is a turbo. It's getting long travel suspension. And a lot of people always give me hate because I'm doing it to a Chinese machine. At the end of the day, I'm saying...
Well, who doesn't want to do it to a Chinese machine?
Nobody's doing it. That's why I want to do it.
So there you go.
Everybody's lifting Can-Ams and turbocharging Can-Ams. So we picked this one up. It did not look like this when I bought it. I think you've seen the video when I first got it. I bought this one used for $3,500 out of West Virginia.
Really? Okay.
And it was beat like he was beating his cousin. You know what I'm saying? So we got it. We did this is a rattle can paint job.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from like Walmart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
I thought that was a wrap.
No, so we got this. It was silver.
Okay.
And I sent my wife. I said, go to the store and get me red and black. And so she did. So in the meanwhile, I walked around the yard and found different leaves.
Okay.
So I painted it red, and then I misted over the leaves black.
Right.
And then, you know, everybody hating on me because it's not a Can-Am, right?
Right.
So we named it Canned Ham Pretender 3000 because Can-Am makes a Defender 1000.
Okay.
So we named it Canned Ham Pretender 3000. And then it needed motor work. The motor's sitting in there. It needed a lot of motor work, and it was like $1,500 plus time, all that to rebuild it. And I said, you know what? We're not going to rebuild that. We're going to put the high output motor in this.
Okay.
Then we're going to turbocharge it.
Nice.
And then 72-inch long travel suspension with 24-inch long King shocks.
Okay.
That's like Baja stuff.
Gotcha.
You know?
So it'll catch air, but you say
Oh yeah, it's
pushing you on the land.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's like coming down on a pillow. But those are coming from PCF in Texas, so shout out to them guys.
Definitely.
You don't know who they are, look them up on Facebook. They do some wild stuff.
Okay.
So they've been helping us with the suspension stuff, because that's what they do. They're the suspension kings over there.
Yeah.
And then we set it up so we could race it. All in, everybody asks me how much I have in this thing. It's up there. It's about $35,000.
Jesus.
I have, yeah.
Big money over here.
It takes me all my life savings to get there.
Hey, I'm struggling trying to get a 4 for 4.
You ever hear that song, One Piece at a Time? That's me.
So there you
Take
go.
my lunchbox to work, get it one piece at a time.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and we put a race seat in here, fire extinguisher, steering wheel will disconnect out of there like a typical race. Got the fire extinguisher just in case I blow up or something, you know.
Did it come with those seats or those custom seats?
Those race seats for a race car.
Nice.
Yeah, it come with utility seats, style seats. They're comfortable, I mean, they're comfortable. Most people are buying these, they're not gonna race them. But the stock seats are comfortable. These things are very good machine. Why I picked these? Well,
yeah, that's the $1 million question right there.
Everybody asks me why I stick with this Chinese company. Nobody likes China, you know. Even me, I don't like China either. you know. But at the end of the day, if I'm gonna buy junk, I'm gonna spend less money on it.
That's true.
Everything you buy is junk. It's garbage, trash, throw away. These, at the end of the day, they're like $13,000 new. If you got this same thing in a Can-Am, it's up there. It's like $25,000.
Oh, okay.
So for $25,000, I can build it the way I want it. And people are like, but you can buy a Can-Am that's ready to rip with turbo, with whatever. But it's stock. It's still stock.
Yeah.
Nothing changes the fact it's still stock. At the end of the day, this is custom.
Right.
You can't beat that. So, and then, you know, Can-Ams, Polarises, Hondas, they all come with flimsy, chintzy A-arms.
Right.
They all aren't the greatest. They get the job done. Don't get me wrong. But when you start driving them like I do, they start looking like a fortune cookie.
Gotcha.
So PCF, I don't know exactly what material they used. I think it's chromoly is what they used, but I could be wrong. But it's like this thick instead of this thick.
Gotcha.
So it's going to handle the abuse at the end of the day. It's not going to break. These out of the box are great. They're not bad units. If you're looking to get a CF Moto, follow my channel. I have 2,000 videos on CF Moto, and that's all we do. We don't mess around with any other brand anymore because of the price point. Now, when they start charging what the other brands do, I guess I'm going to Massimo or something because I'm not paying 30 grand to have fun. Wow. I know I say that, and then I just told you how much I got in this. Out of the box, I'm not paying 30 grand.
Right.
I'm not doing it, no. So we have the ATV over there. I'd love to do some burnouts, but it might make the neighbor mad. Show you guys. So I got videos over there on my channel. I can, if they want to see how gnarly that is, and I have a video of it whooping up Polaris' ass. So that's on there, you know.
Okay. And I will be, you said, linking his channel in the description box down below, and I will pin it to the first comment as well. You said. Now,
there, go ahead.
You said with something like this, okay, I bring it to you stock. You know what I'm saying? And I say, I want it full on race mode. I want it, you know what I'm saying, get down and get busy.
Like this one?
Like this one, yes. You said, so like, what's the turnaround time? Like,
so I'm, not working on it every day, all day, because obviously I got a business to run. But I got about 4 months.
Okay.
In R&D, in finding pieces that fit. Because when you do builds like this, it's all custom. There's nothing out of the box ready to go. It's not a kit. So you have time in building the turbo, which you can show them here in a minute.
Oh, definitely.
Building the turbo, putting the pipes on, routing the pipes, figure out where they're going to go, figure out the pipe size. In this particular instance, we went with 2.5-inch pipe, same as you would a car.
Right.
A smaller engine on a car. You can use smaller pipe, but go big or go home.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So it just, it flows better, more air, but it's harder to fit. So it takes time. I want to say I spent most of the time doing the turbo, just figuring out where I wanted it, how I wanted it. Then on top of that, you got to tune it. You got to data log it. You got to change the maps and get it tuned in and dialed in. So we're actually about a month away from full rip.
Okay.
I probably should order some spare tires. Because my first video.
Oh, you burned them?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're either burning tires or burning pistons. I don't know which one.
Well, hopefully it's just the tires.
I hope it's the tires. Those are easier fixed.
Right.
So yeah, we're about 4 months in this. If I work on it every day, all day, you're probably still 2.5, 3 months. Just because of every little piece you put on, you have to figure out, you have to think into the future. If I wreck it, what's going to happen? If somebody hits me, what's going to happen? Is this line going to rub on this engine case and rub a hole in it? Is this wire, you know what I mean? You have to route things away from heat, away from danger. So it's a lot of thinking going into it more than R&D. So like the turbo, it was so hard to figure out where to put it because there's limited space. So what I did was I took out the big old muffkin, took that out, threw it in the trash or somewhere. And that's where I put the turbo, and then I put my own, I'd use like a Honda fart cam on the back. It actually sounds like a sleeper. I'll show you. You can't really tell it's got a turbo. Now without that, you hear the turbo all day long. So, but I designed it, think of farm truck. You know who farm truck is?
Yeah.
This is my version of farm truck.
Good.
So, you know, this is one of those deals where I kind of wanted it to be, I didn't want them to know that I got a turbo until I'm up on them. Obviously, you can see it in the bed. What's going on back there? Long travel, the big old shocks get in the way of the tubes. If they see my previous videos, I showed where the average person could route it and it'd be fine. The King's, the big suspension, it's going on there, it's gonna hit my tubes.
Right.
So the hole saw came out and the bed got some holes.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, if you wanna show them that.
Okay.
So here we got an intercooler with two 6 or 7 inch fans. We got, you know, the blow off. We have a oiled uni filter. Now technically you don't really want to run a oiled filter on a turbo setup, but we are racing in the dust. So a uni is going to get the job done nicely. But yeah, we just poked some holes up through the bed, you know, to mount everything back here. Plus, with me racing it, it's out of danger's way.
Right.
Unless I roll it, then it, you know, we're talking, you know.
What do you say? Well, could rocks damage, something like that?
Yeah, and that's kind of why I put it in the bed. Should be good here, should be out of harm's way for the most part. Now if I get out there and I start noticing some rocks are coming up in, and then I'm gonna get a something like this for across the bed.
Okay.
So, which I probably should do that anyway, but I don't want to do that for start because we're tuning it.
Right.
So I want to see intake temps. I wired up fans. I don't even think it needs fans. We're only running under 10 pounds of booze.
Okay.
So I don't even think it needs the intercooler, but it may heat soak after an hour of racing. So we put it in there just to see its testing stages. And I have an expensive FLIR. So that's going to tell me heat ranges. And if I end up finding that I don't need that, it's coming out. That's weight. That's weight reduction.
But you said, with you think being able to work on engines and things like that. I was another channel that I've been watching here lately is Gabe Farrell Productions, and he's got a 2,000 horsepower GTR. What is the point of putting 2,000 pounds, 2,000 horsepower in a car?
Yeah, I'm not really a car guy. You know what I mean? I don't really get into cars all that much. But small wee-wee, that's the only thing I can think of. But then again, they can say the same thing about me.
I mean, that's true.
So,
that's
you know,
fair.
I mean, that's fair. Right? Fair is fair, right?
And you think it's like another thing you see with the guys with you saying the Can-Ams, you saying with the big boys or whatever. Now I've seen lots of different models and little things like that. Now you said you got a video where you whooping a Polaris and things like that. It's just like, for those that don't know, you said like is you getting a Can-Am. It's basically like you said like the iPhone and shit like that.
Yeah.
You can do better things with other products, right?
Yeah, and I mean, it gets into the point where this thing, if I wanted to push it to the max, 200 horsepower. That's all out, maxed out. That's all she's going to give you. And that's risking some stuff. So, you know, we're keeping it light on this one. We're aiming for under 160 horsepower. I'm happy if I get 140.
Right. Now, if you have a customer come in and you do their machine, how you think? What's their wait time for you say you can full send it?
Well, if I was, which we don't really do customer work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but let's say if I was that guy, you need to drive it, you need to dial it in, you need to tune it. You're talking months, you know, because getting it built is the easy part. Tuning it is the hard part.
Right.
And when you're adding a turbo in the mix of something, you really have to get that tune just right, or you risk detonation.
That's true.
The last thing you want is detonation. And that motor, you can blow a hole in the piston or blow the piston to the moon.
Right.
I still say NASA hasn't touched the moon, but with the right amount of boost, that piston will.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, it must be a package. It takes time, unless somebody actually, like a company, comes out and builds a kit. They already got it figured out. They got the tuned out, and you can buy the kit, slap it on, flash the tune, and you're on your way in like a weekend.
Okay.
But this all custom stuff, it's months and months and months and months and months. You know, if I was, I don't tune. I don't ECU tune. Like I have the capabilities, but I'm not a tuner.
Gotcha.
So I have to work with other tuners that know how to do this, and that takes time.
Right.
Just doing that, because they're busy doing their regular life stuff.
Right.
They can't just drop and cater to you, you know. So working back and forth with them, data logging things, sending emails, doing this, doing that, doing with driving it, drivability, the whole 9 yards, that takes time. If you were a company that did this for a living, and you turboed hundreds of machines already, you got all these parts at your disposal. You can put a kit together in probably 2 or 3 days. Okay, that's R&D for a company. And then let's say you got a dyno downstairs. They could dyno it in and tune it in pretty quickly. You could, if a company that does this for a living built, you know, they could have it done in probably 30 days or less if they were humping tail, you know.
Right.
But somebody like me that just does this stuff for fun on YouTube takes a long time.
You said, well, along with you being a YouTuber, a lot of people don't understand how YouTube works. Because you said once you hit 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, your channel could be monetized.
Yeah.
Now, you said it varies with your ads and your CPMs and stuff like that. You said, it's like somebody that's new to starting off with YouTube, like for somebody like a smaller channel like mine, you said, like, what is the best way to get into that algorithm?
So, for starters, I would do something that you really like to do because you're going to get tired of doing it. That's the way it goes. Do something you really like doing. Don't do it because you see it trending. Because next week it ain't going to trend.
Facts.
So do something like me. This is my hobby. This is what I do regardless on, off, or whatever, YouTube, social media. This is what I'm doing. I just decided to pick up a camera and show everybody else what I'm doing. So I'm doing this till the day I'm dead, whether I'm on social media or not. So I figured I'll get some cameras. We got a shop now, you know. We got room, we got lifts, we got all the tools in the world to do anything we want.
Right.
And now we can do builds, you know, and show people. Not everybody wants to see that, but you will get a following eventually.
Right.
It's slow, painful process. The biggest thing that I see YouTubers do is quit.
Facts.
That's the biggest thing. You cannot quit. You cannot go into it. You can't go to Best Buy and pick up a camera and think you're going to have $1,000 of revenue tomorrow.
Right, it does not work like that.
I'm 7 years deep into this already, and I'm only at 40,000 subscribers, 19 million views, and 2,000 videos.
Right.
You add those numbers up, they don't equate. Right? 2,000 videos is a lot of videos to get 40,000 subs and 18 million views. Some YouTubers get 18 million views in an hour, you know? The biggest thing you can't do, you can't quit. You gotta keep going, Because eventually you're gonna find the people, excuse me, eventually you're gonna find the people that wanna see you. And the algorithm is what chooses that.
You say, now what do you think about these, because you see it all over social media where these people are basically trying to get you to pay for views. Like, what do you think about stuff like that? Like, anything I've heard about it is like, it could really, I think it says you can get you demonetized or you get your channel banned or taken down.
Like they're content creators charging you for views?
No, there's companies that you pay them a fee, and I guess I see that all the time.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. That'll hurt you more than anything. So I did my fair share of research in that stuff because I've seen it. I've seen other YouTubers talk about it, and they show the gains. The thing that it does do for you is it gives you those numbers. Does nothing else.
Gotcha.
It gives you the numbers. It don't give you the revenue. It will give you some, but not. It won't be right.
Right.
It does give you, you know, it don't give you comments. Comments are a view driver. You need comments. If you see a video that got 1 million views, but there's 3 comments, you know they paid for the views, right? So the algorithm picks up that stuff, and it sees that they're not engaging. Don't pay for views. Don't do it ever. Don't do it.
Now, something I always try to talk about on my platform, as you said, is helping the kids. Now, because you were just speaking about comments, you know, saying that we see the things all the time, especially with kids, that you said they're out there, you saying self-deleting themselves and things like that because they feel like they're being bullied online or being saying stuff like that. And you said like, you said you have kids as well, so like, what would you tell your children or to children out there in general when it comes to navigating the comment section and not having that? You said because you can have 100 positive comments and you got like 6 negative comments and
and see that's the thing. So with social media comes assholes, and they will do anything they can to make you feel bad. To me, this is how I look at that. Them people don't make me angry. They make me happy. Because 1, they come back every time to comment on my stuff. 2, they're participating. The algorithm likes that.
Right.
3, I don't watch TV. They are my entertainment. That's, you can't get on, man, oh, this guy, you called me a big dummy head. You know, you can't, no, just, who cares what they say?
Right.
The only one that should care is you. You know, don't worry about what the haters say. We like haters here. We love them because half the time the haters comment more than the real followers do. You need comments. If your real followers aren't going to comment and help the algorithm and help your channel, you need somebody that will. A hater is good at that.
Right.
A hater is good at slamming on the keyboard. So always welcome haters. Unless they're really on there being real blunt and ignorant to your fans and stuff, let it go for the most part, because when you get a hater that comments and then you got a fan that sticks up for you, and then you got the hater that goes back, and then you got another fan that chimes in, and then you got the hater, and then 3 more fans, and it comment, let it go.
Okay.
Unless it really gets real nasty, let it go.
All right. Well, you said a couple of guys that I watch. You said I watch like CJ on 32s, Marty Moore. You said a couple of Stunneries. And these are car guys that I like cars and stuff like that. But there's a couple of channels. You said one channel is called Mike. I don't even want to use Mike Ray something, and another guy by the name of Ice Cream Vlogs. Now, what Mike Ray and Ice Cream Vlogs do, they hate the conglomerate 32 gang or whatever. Ice Cream Vlogs has, he said, I basically doxed CJ on 32. He said, found out where the mother of his children live, and stuff like that, and put it on the internet. You said, like, how do you go about something like, because, like, for one, how can you figure, what makes you think somebody would have that much hate in their heart to literally put out there where the mother of your children lives?
Well, you have people that don't have jobs. They don't have nothing better to do. They're bored with themselves. The information they can find out about you, everybody can find out about you.
Right.
It's all public information. Unless they start posting your social security number on there or your bank account, who cares, right?
Yeah.
Now, where the trouble comes is when they start showing up. That's when you get the pew-pew. And we'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Those of you that got an IQ above room temperature, you know what that is.
That is Nerf. It's short for Nerf.
There you go.
So, because you know the 5-0 ain't going. No, they about lazy as bacon, you know. But you gotta have to defend yourself a little bit. But for the most part, what I've found being out there on social media, they're all this. They're not doing this.
Right.
They're not coming because they know, especially me. They can only imagine how many Nerfs I have.
Yeah, we're definitely 2A around here.
Yeah. So, I mean, And that's the thing. I'll answer questions later, not now. So, but for the most part, they're just flapping at their gums. Let them flap. You need them. You know?
Okay, now you are extremely active on your social media, whether it be your Facebook, using YouTube, everything like that. How do you find the time that you said to work on your builds and still interact with each individual comment, email, all of that? Do you do that yourself, or is it just?
You would think that I'd be down on Fifth and Cherry asking for some white stuff, but no, it's hard. It's rough. But social media, think of it as an old girlfriend that's an attention whore. Social media, if you're not paying it attention, it's not doing anything.
Right.
They're not going to push your content for you. You got to push it.
Facts. And
it kind of sucks because if you miss, especially Facebook, Facebook is the worst one. YouTube, just post consistently and you're golden. Comment, reply back, or just, I do a lot of liking and some I'll reply back. If I got time, I will. Facebook, they don't want you at work working. They want you on the couch pushing them buttons on your phone.
Right.
So, and if you don't do that, then the algorithm goes to the next person who does. It's so stupid, really. But I do it, and a lot of times what I'll do is I'll work a little bit, I'll take a break, I'll get on the phone, I'll do that. And then I'll continue that, and then, you know, laying in bed, here lately, my phone's been getting shut off at 5 o'clock, and I've just been sitting there on the couch because it gets too much.
Right.
It does get to be too much. You got to think, I run a business here. I film, edit, make the videos, interact with everybody, you know, and on top of that, I have to take care of inventory here, and it's a lot. It's like 30 hours of work in one day, you know. But I do have a team upstairs that helps us out. We have 5 of us total here now. They're upstairs, you don't even hear them, they're quiet. But they are here working, you know, they're shipping stuff and answering the phone and stuff like that. My wife, she answers the phone and she helps me with messages. Because messages are the biggest thing for us. We'll get 200-300 messages per day. It's nuts. So juggling that is rough.
Okay.
You have to find time when you want you time and just do it. Cannot sit on that social media. Now, like now, I'm sitting here talking to you. Normally at this time, I'd be on social media.
Right. Well, I definitely appreciate it.
Right. And then, you know, in the winter time on the weekends, I ain't got nothing to do. I'll sit at home and I'll be on social media. Summertime, I don't care if your wheel fell off in a ditch. I'm camping. You know what I mean? That's just the way it goes. I have a life too.
Right.
And a lot of customers, their problem becomes your problem.
Right.
And it's like, the only thing they have to worry about is dialing that phone and saying, hey, you got a part. But what they don't realize is what I have to worry about is 50 of those.
Right.
All day long.
Yeah.
You know? So, me and my wife, we had a lengthy discussion Fridays at 5 p.m. Our phone goes off and won't come on till 9 a.m. on Monday.
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm sorry you gotta wait, but we got a life too.
Absolutely. Now, but you said having as many subscribers as you do, have you, like, is it hard for you to navigate, like, when you go to these different places, like, when you're trying to enjoy yourself, and you said supporters, I don't like to say fans, because you said, like, we all put our pants on one leg at a time.
Well,
like
it's not
everybody
only
else.
around here. We have only fans right here.
So there you go.
Only 2 of them.
So, boom.
Yeah, so do I get mad about it? No, but I get annoyed with it.
Okay.
Because let's say you went to Texas Roadhouse. You're sitting there with your family, trying to eat your steak, and then all of a sudden somebody comes in, they watch your channel, they watch you all the time, never met you in their life, but they think they're your best friend.
Right.
They come up, oh hey, how you doing? Nothing annoys me more than being bothered while I'm trying to do something with my family.
Gotcha.
And I won't be rude, but I won't hang out and have a conversation.
Yeah.
Use your common sense. You want to come see me in the parking lot when I'm done? Come on, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whatever. I'm cool with that. Don't bother me while I'm trying to eat. And that is something that happens frequently with me and my wife.
Really?
Yes. I was at Best Buy trying to buy computers for here, Apples. And 2 people walked in, instantly recognized me. And they think, I don't know who they are, but they know me from YouTube, you know? But they think I'm going to stand there and chat with them. I'm here for a reason, you know? Wait till I'm done with my transaction, come find me in the parking lot. Or wait till I've paid, catch me at the door. Don't wait till I'm standing there with a Best Buy employee, telling him what I need and seeing what prices are and all that. Don't, no.
Right, because you're trying to get out of there and not get upsold on something you don't
Yeah.
need any goddamn way.
Right.
The
And
longer
that's-
they keep you in the store, the more they're trying to
Yes,
sell.
and I get it. They mean well. They want to meet you. They're a fan. I get that. But most people won't sit here and say what I'm saying.
Right.
They just leave it alone. I have no fucks to give. I like my fans. Don't bother me while I'm trying to do something.
Gotcha.
Come to my shop. Come see me like you are. Come see me. Come hang out. Come talk. I'll talk to you while I'm here all day long. Out at the campground, I have, you know, probably 15 people that know me that camp out there.
Okay.
So my campsite becomes the, hey bro, you got this in stock? And I don't particularly mind. I'm out there to ride. They're riding. We're having fun. I don't mind that. What I mind is when I'm out to eat, trying to do a family event or a family something, trying to be in the store to get something that I need, even the hardware store. I'm in there to get a washer, and you want to keep me there for 20 minutes yapping. No. Come to the shop. Yap at me while I'm working. You know what I mean? So... And I know every content creator that has some sort of a following feels that same way.
Yeah.
You can't lie, you know?
That makes sense.
I'm just the only one that's brave enough to say it. And some people might take offense to it. Don't take offense to it. But
because at the end of the day, you said you got to have your personal space and your boundaries.
You do.
And things like that.
you do. That's just like them. Would they want you to go bother them?
Absolutely not.
No, you know, so, but they don't think of it that way. There's, hey, I know you, you know, it's nice to see you, meet you, shake hands. I understand that. Trust me, I understand that. I would probably do that too, you know. But at the end of the day, you gotta kind of leave people alone when they're out doing stuff with the family.
Exactly.
If you see me at an off-road park or an event, a car show, or anything, if you see me at some sort of an event, come on, bro. Come say something, you know? Leave me alone while I'm eating steak.
I know that's
Yeah, I mean...
That's a quick way to get you to get something to happen to you. Like,
Yeah.
He said, don't fuck with me while I'm eating my food.
Right, and that's what it boils down to, because it does happen and it will happen eventually to you. And it happened to me when I had 300 subscribers.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't go hardly anywhere around here. People knew me. They see me out in the side-by-side, because our side-by-side is street legal here. They'll see me out in the side-by-side, and they'll track me down until I stop, and then, they do that. That's not cool. That's like stalker status in my book.
Yeah, it's
Creeper.
kind of weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
You said that brings me to my next question. You said your side by side is street legal. You said can anybody make?
In Ohio, you can, but you're limited to 35-mile-an-hour roads.
Okay.
Here in the city, what isn't 35
Right.
or under? So we go anywhere we want in the city. No.
Do you occasionally get cops harassing you? From time to
Not
time?
really. No, they don't really bother us. They leave us alone. Now, I have had a couple years ago. They pulled us over in the park and did an inspection, make sure we had turn signals, brake lights, the whole 9 yards. You know, but they leave us alone for the most part. It's hard to do it, but it can be done.
Okay.
You have to tweak and bend some things.
Okay, so you said now the next question would be like, when it comes to machines, you said like, what is like the basic ranges of like insurance? I know it varies, but what you have on your record, but you said it's like, is it fairly affordable?
So yeah, each of my machines have full coverage on them,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a multi-policy discount.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are like 30 a month, some of them are like 10, 15, 20.
Okay.
On average though, if you only got one, it's probably gonna be in the 50 range.
Okay.
If you owe a bunch of money on it, like 40 grand, it's probably gonna be 100 or so.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
These are cheap enough to where the insurance don't hurt you.
Mm.
And then like my insurance company, they don't charge me extra for on-road coverage.
Mm.
I don't have on-road coverage on them all, just the ones that are plated.
Mm.
It's free.
Okay.
Just add it. If you don't add it though, you're fucked.
Yeah.
So add it, you know?
Right. So okay, like with these, like, because you know, like with cars, you said you have a height requirement. You said it has to be so far from the ground and stuff like that. And you like, does that play a factor into your machine being street legal or not?
No. So this is just for the racing aspect. But they don't want to see you with big old mud tires on the road. I know that. Average, like let's say stock off-road tires, those are fine.
Okay.
You know, something that's smooth but no mud tires, they will pull you over. In most cases. Here, they probably won't bother you. Some towns, when they know you're on and off of a trail, probably not bothering you. But if they see you going where there's no trails around and you're out there riding around with a 35-inch mud tires and a 10-inch lift kit, you might get bullied a little bit.
Okay. Now you said like we've seen online. We've seen when we watch your videos, and like I said, you guys make sure you check out his channel. He does all kind of stuff. Now you said like, now can they be? You said assholes when it comes to the speaker setups you might have because in a car everything's enclosed.
No, they don't. I mean, as you know, my stuff bangs.
Oh, it does.
No, it's no different than a loud motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, here, I don't think the cops are getting out of their car even if somebody was murdered. I mean, you know, but I've never been bothered, and I jam.
Right.
You know, I got 4 subwoofers in the trunk of that one.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's gnarly.
Okay.
Yeah. 4 6s.
Okay.
So that's like what, 2 12s?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Now you said like everything has a community. You know what I'm saying? It's like whether it be because like my wife was pregnant with our youngest daughter. She started watching ice eating. There's literally channels dedicated to people eating ice, which is insane to me. But hey, do your thing. And it's people they're getting views of people watching eat ice.
I know people do the dumbest things and get lots of views.
Mm-hmm.
Then you do something worthwhile and you don't get none.
Mm-hmm. Now, you said when I was talking about community, it was like, how big, in your experience, is the community of people that are off-road vehicles, sport utility vehicles?
It's huge.
Like it?
Yeah.
Pretty big?
It's huge. There's millions of these units sold. Not just this brand, but there's millions of these units sold a year.
Okay.
You know, between all the brands. And off-roading, it don't start or stop at side-by-sides and ATVs. You got dirt bikes, mini bikes, the whole 9 yards, go-karts, whatever. People jacking up golf carts. You know, I built a few, you know.
Right.
The off-road community as a whole, whether it's side-by-sides, trucks, no matter what, it's huge. Like, it's very huge. But the content on YouTube is not so huge. Probably due to the fact that they're not watching, they're doing it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and that's me. I don't really watch other YouTubers that do off-road. I just don't, because I'm doing it.
Exactly.
So I don't need to see them doing it, because I'm doing it.
Right. And 9 times out of 10, you're out at an event, you're probably recording anyway, so whatever they're doing, you're going to see any
I'm
fucking
going
way.
to see anyway, because I'm there.
Yeah,
right.
There you go.
And that's the biggest thing. It's a huge community, but the following isn't so huge, if you will.
Gotcha.
The non-off-road.
Now you mentioned, I believe it was a post that you made the other day about you saying wanting to open up your own off-road park.
I do.
You said it was like now for those of you saying who would be interested in learning how to get into something like that, like what is the first step in you saying making that happen? I mean, of course, but you saying like
Lots and lots of the green stuff.
right.
That's the biggest thing. It takes money. You gotta find land. You gotta find the right land. And once you find the right land, it may not be zoned. So you might have to try to get it zoned. You may get denied on getting it zoned. So for me, I'm gonna pick a place that was already, or it's already zoned. But it's a couple $1 million just to get the property.
Oh wow.
You know, if you're wanting 500 acres, which 500 acres is a nice size riding park, it's still considered small, but it's quite a bit. Your average riding park around here is 2 to 3.
Okay.
And those are pretty big. So, you know, but me, I want to go all out. I want to have a restaurant on site. I want to have a store on site. I want to have a shop on site. I want to sell parts on site. I want to have campers. I want to have, you know, different singers and stuff come. So you got to have parking room, because a lot of times when you have these off-road parks, they're the only parks where you can really have concerts. So you get people that don't give a shit about riding come to see, let's say, Jelly Roll or some famous singer.
Or like with Afro Man. Right?
Afro Man.
Yeah,
Afro Man came to an off-road park. We were there, you know. And that shocked me. Number one, I did not think you were getting Afro Man at an off-road park. But he came, you know, and there was like 5,000 people that showed up, and 4,500 of them don't ride. You know what I'm saying? So it does draw a different crowd. You gotta have space for that. So I want a minimum of 500 acres.
Okay. Now, my wife and I, we were talking about it actually this morning, because I saw a post on social media about the rapper Rick Ross. He bought Evander Holyfield's old house in Fayetteville, Georgia. Sits on 250 acres. It's 45,000 square foot house. And what he does every year, he has like the SEMA of the South. He's been doing this, I think this is his 3rd or 4th year doing it, where he has a big, huge car show with concert and everything like on his property.
Right.
You know, the first year, chaos. You said trying to get second year, using a lot more. You said put together. I think this year is supposed to be totally different. You said like anybody that's going to be on the property with your vehicle, you got to load in 2 or 3 days ahead of time. They use all kind of stuff like that. I mean, it's just like, now, could you imagine? Imagine, like, because like I said, he's got 250 acres. You saying like huge car show, and you think like I've seen all the videos. So actually, matter of fact, you said I'll send you sent a link to some of the videos. You said that, but I mean it's something beautiful to see, and it's just like it brings so much money into to the city of Fayetteville, Georgia, which is a beautiful thing within itself. And it's like, now you said like somebody who's a celebrity, like you said Rick Ross is doing something like that, and it was crazy because like I said when I was talking with my wife, he bought that property during the housing crash after Evander Holyfield had to get rid of it, $5.8 million for the entire property.
Right.
Now we're pretty much out of the Rona, but people are still getting it. But you see things like the car market starting to come back, the housing market starting to come back. You said for those who are interested in real estate or using buildings and things like that, do you think now would be a good time to get into something like that?
Probably not. I'd wait until it crashed, get a good price.
I gotcha.
That's because you buy while it's high, you'll sell while it's low.
Gotcha.
You buy while it's low, you sell while it's high.
Right.
In my case, I probably won't sell, but I don't want to buy while it's high.
Gotcha.
Nor do I even have the money to even. I don't even have the money to think about it.
Right.
I'm just right now. I got like $2 up here. It's able to massage a couple of brain cells, but that's as far as it's able to go.
Gotcha.
It's a lot of money. Yeah, it's a couple $1 million, and then on top of that, you got to buy things. You know,
Right.
you're probably you could, if you did it right, you could probably open a park for $2 million.
Okay.
If you did it right, you could probably open a park for $2 million, roughly. That's probably just opening bare minimum, like food trailers, not restaurants.
Right.
You know, camping chairs, not bleachers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rented lights, not regular lights shoved in the ground with telephone poles. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's $2 million would probably, and that's on the low side.
Gotcha.
Now, if you went with a small park, you probably do it for 80 grand. Get, you know, 50, 60 acres, maybe 100 acres, depending upon the acreage, because that gets up there too.
Yeah.
It could be a couple 100,000.
Right.
But, or if you already somebody that owns some land and you want to turn your land into some sort of riding park or event spot, number one, make sure you got the zoning for it.
Right.
But if you're already in luck, got some land, you already, you know, the biggest expense is already there.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah. So that's unfortunately me. I live in the city. I got like 2.5 city lots, which is like a quarter of an acre. You know, so we're not doing much more than a 5-car pit cookout. You know, but it's money, man, and that's the problem. That's the whole problem everywhere, ain't it?
Definitely. Well, let's take a look at a couple of your other machines.
Sure. This is a 23 Z-Force. I built it. It's a mild build. It's got a wicked stereo in it, though.
Okay.
Wicked stereo. We can't really show them.
Well, of course.
It'll demonetize the crowd.
Right.
30-inch tires. I manufacture my own clutch kits. So it's got a clutch kit. Stock ECU. It's going to get a tune, but you know, this is mild. Very mild. This is my wife's.
Okay.
And I have way more at home. So, you know, this is nothing real special about it. It's just a Z-Force, and I want to say that brand new. It's like 17 out the door, 17 grand.
You said I've had the privilege of being invited to the house. You, not so much, but boom, there you go.
Yeah, there's definitely way more at the house. Probably one of my better builds is at the house. The XL 6-seater.
Yeah.
That's a wicked one. That one is wrapped, and it's got a stereo louder in this one. You know, and it's lifted, custom bumpers, the whole 9 yards. This one's for the most part all stock.
Okay.
I mean, just tires, stereo, stuff like that. It's got 10, 11, 12, 14 speakers and 4 subwoofers in it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's nuts. I put speakers down on the doors.
Okay.
I molded them and mounted them.
Okay.
They're serving Vegas.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's got 2 amps, like 1,800 watts total or something like that.
Nice.
Might be a little more than that. But it's got the 4 6-inch subs in the back.
Now,
And that.
you said, okay. Now, you mentioned your clutch kits. You said, how did you get into, having your own clutch kit?
So, nobody in the market was doing anything. And still almost don't do hardly anything for these. And they needed somebody that did. And I come from the background of modifying everything, including my toaster, right?
Right.
So, you know, getting parts and pieces, these are common clutches. They're on other brands, like major brands. But you're kind of stuck buying springs and weights and different parts from the vendor that builds those clutches and sells them. Well, their springs from the factory wasn't for me. It just wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. Started to make my own, manufacture them. So we got some clutch parts over there that we make. Some helixes we paired with a snowmobile clutch tuner. He makes helixes for the snowmobile, so he already had the helix portion down. So all we had to do was just come up with what fits, and then we had to do lots of technical things. We'll just leave that alone there because it's too much. We talked for a year just on that one topic.
Right.
But anyway, nobody else was doing it. We're the only ones. We're the first ones. I was actually the first YouTuber to do anything with this brand.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Late 2017. Yeah. So I was first YouTuber ever to even start videoing this brand, start doing anything. Then after I started getting popular, others started chiming in and popping up.
Of course.
But yeah, this one's all stock. It's going for a maiden voyage in West Virginia here this month, most likely. So, yeah.
There's nothing definitely wrong with that. Let's take a look at this one over here.
This here is a beast. This is my mud machine. It's got 28-inch mud tires, ITP cryptids. It's got one of my most aggressive clutch kits that we make in it. It's so aggressive that nobody else will even ride it. It's like riding a bucking Bronco. It's just power on tap, like just there. It'll, yeah.
So this is a manual or automatic?
It's automatic, CVT driven. You get on it, hit the gas, and hang on for dear life. And this is the one that I pulled a whoop down on Polaris on video.
Nice.
In a mud hole. In a mud hole.
Wow.
Yeah. Spanked him.
You said you have a giveaway coming on.
Yeah, we're giving away a little miniature one of these, a 110, little Chinese, it's CF Moto brand, that we did a full custom build from ground up. Got it brand new, it was donated to us by a sponsor, and pulled it down brand new.
Nice. All
All the way to the frame, every nut, bolt, plastic clip, everything. Powder coated the frame, plastic dipped the plastics.
Nice.
Yep. And then we did some, performance stuff to it.
Okay. Well, if anybody wants to get entered into that giveaway, how does that work?
My website. You go to my website at rngperformance.net and click giveaways. Now, the one stipulation is we're looking for a kid that races
Okay.
or will race.
Gotcha.
That's the only thing. You don't got to buy nothing to enter. It's totally free. Free for everybody to enter. It's just that one stipulation. And we've only had 2 entries.
Really?
Yep. Which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
I mean, free stuff. Usually people are gobbling out like
Well, hell, usually I'm entering. Shit.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, this is a mild build too. No ECU tune, but it is getting one
Okay.
here, like in the next week.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Can't be mad at that. You sitting there like, when you're sitting out there on the trails and everything like that, just I see you said you got the winches on you. Said how important is it to have a winch with you on site?
You want a winch? Yeah. If your ATV didn't come with a winch, you bought the wrong brand because these come with them.
Okay.
Yeah. And they're like, I think 3,500 pound on this, 4,500 pound on those, something like that. They get the job done, I've used a winch on probably every one except for the new one. Probably every time I go out.
Now, you said for those that don't know or haven't been using on a machine on the trail and stuff like that, how helpful are you saying the people? You saying like say if you get stuck, you say like
it's a whole different community. A whole different community. Out in the woods, it's different than out in town. If your car broke down on the side of the highway, every mother trucker is driving past you.
Right.
Out in the woods, if you're broke down, everybody that comes to you is stopping.
Gotcha.
They're gonna at least ask, hey, you need help. Hey, you need me to get something. You need this, you need that. And I've been stuck by myself riding. That's the number one rule. Don't ride by yourself, but I'm stubborn, I don't listen. So, and sometimes you hit a hole that there ain't no trees around. So you got nothing to winch to. And you come across somebody, they do hook up and pull you out, not even thinking twice about it. Now, some parts you go to, people want to charge you $20, which I think is asinine. Because when I come around and they're stuck, I'm going to charge them $40 just to get my 20 back. So, I mean, give favors, get favors returned. But in the off-road community out in the woods, it's way different. And it's like, you roll up, somebody's having lunch, just standing there with a sandwich, you roll up, you stop, you start bullshitting, they're like, hey man, you hungry? Got sandwiches, got chips. Yeah, that don't happen around here. You go up somebody's backyard where they're doing a cookout, it's like, hey bro, you trespassing.
Yeah.
In the woods, they sharing sandwiches.
Right.
It's different. It's way different. That's why I off-road. I always said, man, if I could take everybody that off-roads to the city, it changed the whole place.
Yeah.
Be different.
Yeah. You said
The mindset.
Yeah.
way
Everybody
different.
helping everybody.
Yeah, help it. That's what it all boils down to. And there's times where people will, hang out with us and they're like, hey, we're going home. We're going, not home, but they're going to their campsite so they can get some lunch. Oh, fuck yeah. We brought enough for everybody, bro. And we'll have 3 or 4 Blackstones out there just eating propane, No, we did 40 pounds of chicken wings once.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love chicken wings.
Now, that's not cheap.
No, not at all. Especially not now.
No. It was probably $4.99 a wing now.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Now, before we get out of here, you said the last thing you want to let the people know? You said about you and your channel.
None really. I think they'll figure it out if they start watching. They'll figure out I'm a genuine person. I mean, shit, I'm in flip-flops right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, just watch. Hang out, watch. You'll see what we do. You see the fun we have, and you'll see the type of people that we hang around.
Absolutely.
And that is one thing. If you want to be successful, you got to hang around successful people.
There you go. And before we get out of here, I'm going to tell you the story exactly how I met this guy. You said I actually pulled up to a pull-up and park. And those that don't know what a pull-up and park is when people that's got nice cars or old school cars, or you said whatever your toy is, they bring it out to a certain area, they pull up, park, they network, converse, and everything like that. And he happened to be parked on the side with his friends. And
I think it was in side by sides, weren't we?
Yeah, you guys were in the side by side. And I happened to roll around with my camera. He's like, hey, are you a YouTuber? I said, actually, yeah, I am. And you said we back and forth.
That was like 3 years ago.
Yeah, man. You said we haven't been able to hang as much as we wanted to, because those of y'all don't know, well, most of y'all know I've been a truck driver for 20 years. I've been off the road for the past year and stuff like that, and I've just been dealing with a lot. But it's like we will be doing more stuff together, and eventually I'm gonna get me one of these. As soon as my bag gets a little bigger, but
yeah,
we're going.
We gotta get him out in the mud.
There you go.
Yeah.
Pull out the Timberland boots.
Yeah. You can't wear that though. You're gonna have to wear sandals.
Sandals.
These are the ultimate 4-wheel drive shoes. They're locked in all the time.
There you go.
These are 4-wheel drive. The Crocs, they're 4-wheel drive with diff lock.
Oh my goodness. I've been anti-Croc forever. My kids love the Crocs, but you say, hey, if you say that's what I need to get out there.
Yeah, because you just ruin shoes, like me. You get out in the mud, you just ruin shoes. Like, this is the least safest option, but it saves you money.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So, chop off a foot or save money, I don't know.
Yeah, I'd rather save money.
I'd rather save the money.
Yeah, there you go. You said I could buy a prosthetic toe or something.
That's
like
right.
that.
That's right. Yeah. That's the thing. And the way I feel, if my foot is gonna get messed up that bad, a shoe ain't saving it.
Basically.
So but a Dollar Tree flip flop, because that's what this is. You get them muddy, you go back to camp and wash them off.
There you go.
Your shoes get muddy, they brown for life, bro.
That's curtains.
Yep. Sometimes they're blue, because clay turns blue. Yeah. So.
But anyway, if you guys like this video, make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe, turn on that bell notification so you don't miss another video. But without further ado, I love you. RNG Performance loves you. We out of here, man.
Peace out.
Where the fuck Dub at, man? Where the fuck he go?
Here I am. You looking for me?
Yo ass is fine. That got Dub, and I'm back with another video. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Deuce from the...
Me and my big bro. Yeah, fuck this milk. He said he gonna teach me how to wrestle, man. I'm gonna win the belt.
Cause I'm back for ya.
The boy Dub Deuce in the building.